Sempre per chiudere questa prima parte della giornata, darei ora la parola per presentare appunto il progetto transnazionale di ricerca sul reinsediamento a Carlos Lopez, come vi dicevo prima, direttore del Dipartimento di Ricerca, Innovazione e Sviluppo della Fondazione ATENEA di Madrid, che lavora da sempre su queste tematiche. Carlos è un sociologo, ha lavorato all'ACNUR Bosnia e alla Croce Rossa spagnola, quindi con una grande esperienza personale di campo ma anche di ricerca, e lo ringrazio.
Good morning. Thank you, Vincenzo. Thank you for inviting me here to talk to you this morning. What I will try to do is show you just small hints of what we have done in the research part of the Torre project. And maybe, I'm not sure it will be provocative, because the idea is that if you want to push forward an idea, in this case, resettlement, you have to discuss first, and maybe we can have afterwards a discussion on resettlement. So, well, excuse me for my Italian, of course, because I'm not so good at Italian. If we talk about resettlement, what we have to do first is to take UNHCR as the reference, and what they tell us is that resettlement, its aim is to find a durable solution for refugees. And also, if you go to the webpage, you can see that, and it's true, that only a small amount of countries in the world take resettlement actions. Also, when you do take resettlement, you're supposed to provide physical protection, and also you should be try to make citizens naturalized as soon as possible. And of course, resettlement is for providing reception, integration, and in this sense, UNHCR thinks that it's beneficial for both the receiving country and also the refugees. And about integration is what most of our conversations along the Torre project have based on. So if this is what we have to look at, why in the Torre project and along all the visits we have done, have we found so many people telling us that integration fails? Is this real? Does this happen? Is integration failing in Europe? We have found many officials working already in asylum and resettlement that had this negative discourse about integration. And we were concerned about this because you need to first believe integration is possible to make it possible. Okay, but before going forward, we need to show the numbers. These are basic numbers on how much resettlement cases, according to the official data, and those are the countries that take part of Torre. So you see that Cyprus and Greece does not take resettlement yet. And if you come from one of those countries, you maybe find some numbers are not so clear in the official data. So the thing is that overall, we don't have many resettlement cases in Europe. I think personally, we can do much better on resettlement in Europe. If we talk about Germany, for example, they are among the Torre countries, the country that takes more cases. But we must also say that asylum is something of real concern in the public opinion of Germany. The concept, the term asylum, and of course, asylum. Then Italy has, as you know well, has had some pilot projects, 2 or 3, I think. We heard with maybe not such satisfaction on them. Portugal has really more kind of a stable program of resettlement, but it is also true that in Portugal there's low numbers of asylum cases, applications, and they are rising since 2009, but they have really low numbers. Spain has recently joined the experience. They had some experience before, and it's true that for asylum petitions, the numbers are going down since 2009. And as I said, Greece and Cyprus does not have a resettlement project, but they are also losing petitions of asylum seekers since 2012. So I have to tell you just really fast how we did this. This is exploratory study, and basically what we did is that we wanted to find information about the phenomenon of resettlement. We wanted to see what laws and policies were implemented in each country. I'm sorry. But we made a team in each country, and this team was in charge of collecting the same information for each country and taking that information and that country report that you will see in the final document to the meetings, and we discussed from that information. And basically that was the idea. So we had data from the country reports, and then we had data from all the visits we did. We collected the documents in all the visits. We had group discussions among us and with people involved in resettlement and asylum in the countries. And we had public presentations also from officials and so on in each country. And we visited resources. We went visiting them and asking people that worked there what was their experience and so on, right? So the first thing was, let's take a look at the classical way of analyzing maybe resettlement. It goes on phases, no? It goes first, it's a political decision. The countries get involved in resettlement on a voluntary basis. Then if you decide as a country to take resettlement, there's a phase of selection. This is, it was made on Microsoft, and we have changed too, so it's all messed up. I'm not so sure. Then the next thing is the travel arrangement, when people are taken to the country from where they are already refugees, and then there's the big integration phase, right? So we ask ourselves if this is the correct way to see the resettlement on linear phases. This happens first, and then this, and then this, and then this. And probably not. We're not sure. Maybe integration is first how we face integration. And if we face integration as something possible, comes the political decision, because we can push forward on the politicians to take resettlement cases. Of course, political decisions have influence on the selection phase. Of course, integration, we think, starts from the travel phase. It doesn't start afterwards. It starts after the selection and when the people are on the plane, even before. So probably it's not on a linear. We have to think of it of multiple dimensions and multiple influences. And thinking about this, we also try to make, let's say, methodological approach to the information we had, based not on linear phases, but on multi-influences. And I must say first that we use the word integration because we must, it's the word used almost in every document, But we are almost sure that we should talk about inclusion. We have to change how we call things if we want to change reality. Probably inclusion is much better than integration, because at least at the moment, until the word is used too much and loses senses, inclusion talks about responsibility on both sides, the refugees and also the welcoming society. And sometimes we had the experience that the welcoming societies are not so welcoming. So inclusion, but we will still use integration because it's difficult to do it on our own, change the word, okay? So if we look at it, the process, we think that expectations is one of those words that everybody that works with resettlement would think of a different way, more on the way of really achieving integration, because in our Europe, providing services should not be in discussion. It is, but it should not be in discussion. So, well, this is basically all. I hope you liked it, and thank you very much for listening.